Hey guys, these are the newest helmet and helmet liners to my military collection. I just made a video a couple days ago of my other additions to my military collection, but I didn't have these in there because I wanted to make a separate video for these. If you hadn't had a chance, check out the other video. I've picked up some pretty cool stuff along the way, the past few weeks or so. If you would, just check that out and let me know what you think. I'll start right here. As most of you can tell, this is a doughboy helmet, or different countries that use this helmet. It could have been called a Tommy, a Kelly, a Brody, doughboy. There's the tin can. It just had so many different nicknames. I know a lot of these, can be kind of hard to tell, the older ones, whether they're World War I or World War II. This one is actually a World War II, and a lot of times you can tell, a helmet, as far as, when it was, what era it's from and everything, is by the heat stamp. And if you can see that, there's a ZE42. It's kind of hard to see, but ZE42. So this would definitely be a World War I helmet. Anytime you get a doughboy helmet, a helmet like this, and it starts with the letter Z, it's going to be World War I. ZE, this is a model 1917. I'm not sure if it would have been made in 1917 or 1918. They just started making them in 1917. But this is definitely World War I. I'm really excited to have gotten it. I don't have hardly any of these type of helmets, and it's not because I don't want them. It's just they're so hard to find. Every once in a while I'll come across one, but most of the time it's rusty and in terrible condition, or it's just priced outrageously. It's just unreal what people want stuff. They think just because something's old it's worth gold, It's just unreal. These people are crazy. But unfortunately, this one doesn't have the chin strap. It doesn't really have the liner, just this felt disc in here of, the part of the liner, I guess you could say, but no decals or names or anything. But I actually got this helmet for $10, which I think is a steal, especially for, being almost 100 years old. Those, you don't see those very often anymore. I got such a good deal because from the same man, I got this helmet with the liner here. This helmet here, originally I didn't really want it because, it's late Vietnam, be like 1970s, late 1970s. It's not in the best condition. It's got some chipping and peeling and everything. Plus was it came with the liner. This is a Firestone liner, which this would date to the late 70s, maybe close to 1980, something like that. What's cool about the liner here is I stumbled on this tag, and it's got the soldier's name, which is Kenneth M. Smith, and then his serial number 257274199. That's really cool. Anytime you can find a name or their serial number or something like that, that's really cool, and that adds, I guess, to the coolness, like the wow factor, the cool factor for me on this old stuff. No decals or anything on here, but the man originally wanted $35 for both helmets, with the liner. But like I said, I told him, I wasn't that interested in this helmet. I'm getting to be real picky about what I want for my collection. And I said, I'm really just interested in the doughboy helmet. And he said, well, what will you give me for it? And I said, realistically, I gotta give you $20. And he said, I tell you what, just take everything for $20. He said, I know you enjoy this stuff. You've gotten stuff from me before. Just go ahead and take it. So I couldn't believe it. I thanked him and gave him $20 for all this. So basically, I got $10 for the doughboy, and you could say $10 and a free liner, or 5 and 5 on this. So that was a good deal. I'm thankful for that. I'm going to be definitely looking to add more doughboy type helmets to my collection just whenever the right deal comes along for me. I also got this helmet and liner set up. I got this off eBay with this cover here. It was originally labeled as a Vietnam era helmet, and I wasn't too sure because the pictures weren't the best, but I went ahead and I paid $20. That shipping and everything was $8 for the helmet, liner, and cover, and $12 to ship. So that was a good deal anyways. And it turned out, I got to looking, and this helmet is Korean War. It's not a World War II, reissued helmet for the Korean War. This was made during the Korean War. During World War II, about 22 million helmets were made, and they also had a contract and made about another 1 million helmets around 1951, 1952. This helmet here, the way you tell it's a Korean War helmet is, it's going to be hard for y'all to see, but right in here, there's a letter M, and then it says 47A. if you've got a helmet like this and you're unsure if you've got a letter M to the left side of the heat stamp, then it's going to be Korean War made, 1951 or 1952. This is the only one of these that I have in my collection. I've been wanting to get one, and now I have it, and I'm glad to have gotten it. It's got the chin strap and everything, and overall it's not in too bad shape. Unfortunately, no name or decals or anything, but it also came with this helmet liner here, which it's been repainted, and it looks like there's a triangle on both sides, which I thought might have been armored or something. And then there's some other tape. Then I got to think maybe it was military police. I don't know. There's some tape stuff on there that they've painted over. The inside looks really great. This is a very nice liner. And what's cool about this is this helmet liner would date around 1968, 1969, something like that. And it's cool because it's got a name in there, which is hard to read it right there because the marker's faded so much. But when you turn it right here, it says Hell Big, Helbig. And I've seen some Hell Big Korean War and Vietnam era soldiers as far as last names, but I haven't been able to actually, track this guy down. But overall, this liner's in great shape. It was a good add to to what I have for my stuff. It also came with this Mitchell cover here, which honestly, this cover, it was not on the helmet. It was shipped just tucked down inside of the pot, and it wasn't in the best shape. It was actually in really bad shape. Most guys would have just thrown it away. It was ripped up really bad, but my wife, she loves to sew, and as you can see, she sewed this thing back up for me. She did the best she could because, see, the flap was about hanging off, and she spent, I think she said, close to 2 hours sewing this thing up. So I got to thank her somehow for that. But she just likes doing stuff like that. And I'm gonna actually display this cover on on the helmet with the tan on the outside, the fall pattern. I've got another helmet that I already have, the spring pattern on there, which I'm actually not going to display this cover on this Korean War helmet. I'm going to put this on one of my Vietnam shells. I'm trying to get everything pieced, together as it should be, the right, the correct liner and helmet and cover for the era of the period. But this cover here is dated 1974, so it's actually towards the end of Korea. The other cover I have is dated 1969, so that was a good one also. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to make this separate video. I knew it was going to be kind of long-winded on this one. As always, thank you guys for watching. With these helmets, that makes 52 in my collection. I just love these things. There's a lot of history. These things were used for so many different reasons. And it would just be awesome to find out, what man or woman wore these, during the wars and everything, and what kind of stories these things could tell, just like rifles and uniforms and everything else. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.